Okay, there I am. Hi, everybody. Hi, friends. How are you all today? My name is Wendy Keys Trimble, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And this is my regular Wednesday Night Live. Looks different in my iPad screen than it does on the computer, so forgive me for moving things around. Okay, so let me first say that this is the last day of the bonus days. So if you were planning on ordering anything, hi Sherry, hi Beth. Today's the last day of bonus day, as I was saying. So for every $50 that you order today, you will get a $5 coupon to use in August. I have to say, I already have 7 coupons, or 8, I think 7. So I plan on getting lots of neat stuff in August. Here's my host code, good through next Monday, August 5th, RSJVAUQ3. Okay, so as I said, I am making a 2-fold side flip flap card. And my example is here. So this is 2-fold, 1, 2, side flips, flaps. Okay, so I'm thinking of you today and every day. You are the best. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. So, hi, Collie. So this is using Fresh Freesia Petal Pink. And this is, oh, let's see what paper that is. It is Meandering Meadows. So this is Meandering Meadows paper, which I use a lot of. I've bought a whole bunch of it already. So, okay. So I did a girly card, fairly feminine, and so now I'm going to do a masculine card, and I'm going to use Adventurous Sky, and the DSP I'm using is tartan foil, just the gray of the tartan foil, the basic gray. So, okay, so the first thing you want is you want an 11-inch by 4.5-inch for your first base. Scored at 5.5 inches. So you fold it with the fold on the left. Get my scoring tool here. It's here somewhere. There it is, way over there. Okay. You have to forgive me, I'm a little scattered. We took my Katerina, my German daughter, and her husband and kids to Buffalo to the airport this morning, and I have been doing all sorts of stuff ever since. So, and then for the other reverse fold, you want a 10-inch by 3.5-inch base. And you also want to score that, cut that, or score that at 5 and cut it. So this is going to go in here like so. But before we can do that, we have to cut the front of this. So this is a 5.5-inch piece here. So we're going to cut 2 3/4 off. So we're basically cutting the front in half, 2 3/4. And we're going to use this piece in the card. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to add my designer series paper. And with my designer series paper, I'm just going to put this piece here on here. And then not use any other color behind it, but I do want to put red behind the other designer series paper. Because red, white, and blue, I don't know. I kind of like it that way. All right, so let's put this in here. Whoops, got really messy with my tape there. Okay, remember if you're watching to say something so I can include you in the prize patrol tomorrow evening. 24 hours from the end of this video, basically. Okay, so there's that. Oh, a little bit messy, not too bad. So before I put it all together, I'm going to do each of these pieces. So on this one, on this outer flap, I'm going to put a piece of real red with a piece of the tartan foil on that. So let's do that. And then this one on top of that. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you for sharing. That gets you an extra entry. All right, and there's that one. And now this one is going to go like this. And it's going to have this on top of it, but it's going to have, see, this is extra. I don't need this one because I was going to do it under there, and then I thought, nope, doesn't need to be that thick. So this is going to have Poppy Parade on top of it. This is boho blue. This is Night of Navy. So the boho blue is going to have the lighter red, so the Poppy Parade on top of it. And remember, I want it to open this way. So we'll put it on here. And then this, I'm going to flip it over and use this side for this one. And whoop, tape flipped over. Yay for tartan. By the way, guys, I haven't posted it yet, but August 6th will begin a sale of Designer Series paper, 15% off, and that will go through August 31st. And I will be posting about that in a few minutes. So that's going to go like that. So let's go ahead and put that on there. I'm just going to do it 3 long shots here. Okay, whoops. Okay, and that's going on here like so. Let's see here. All right, that's going to go over the top. So now we have this. We're going to put this on it. We're going to put this on it. And then again, I'm going to do the whiter side up. So it'll be white to white, gray to gray. All right, now you just have to decorate it. Let me get this on here. So now you remember, you only want to put your tape on this side. So from here over. And again with the tape. Oops, don't want to fold that, just the tape. Okay. Hi, Bev. Okay, and this is going like this. Right here, there we go. Okay, so now we're going to use Adventurous Skies to decorate this. Boy, I'm really moving things around here. And on the outside, and I think white. Okay, white. I'm going to put the smallest plane on here. Whoops, I forgot to get my inks. Sorry about that. Kind of navy and basic gray. Okay, so on this one, oops, not that. I'm going to do the plain in basic gray. And I'm going to cut this out, so, whoops, good thing I'm going to cut it out, huh? And on the outside, I am writing, yes, okay, you're the best, plain and simple. And this is going to go, I'm going to be cutting this out too. So, but that's going to be done in Navy, Night of Navy, down here. Okay. And let me go ahead and cut these first. the banner. Now we will run this through the mini. Put that aside. It was so wonderful having our German daughter here for 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks, and her husband and her 2 kids who are 3.5 and almost 2. And they were such a joy. And even though they don't speak English and we don't speak German, we did just great. Had such a wonderful time with them. Gonna miss them horribly now for a bit. Okay, so I do definitely want this to stick out. So let's put a little blue frame around it here. There we go, and that's going to go here, right in the middle. Probably should use more than that, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. It's going to go right there. And then our little airplane, I do want to close this. Little airplane's going to get popped off of there. One here, one here, one here. Let's do one more. So these are the little minis. Goodness. We're just going to have that flying here. So there's the front. Now onto the first layer, the inside. This is going to be the bigger plane. And I think we'll switch it around this time. Oop. And the words on this are going to be flying by to say hi, except I'm not going to do the hi. Get my marker here. And use the marker to ink up just flying by to say. Okay. Please pretend you don't see that little line there. Cut this airplane out, and then we'll cut the words. I fussy cut the dragonfly on that one. I'm very happy that this has dies, so I don't have to fussy cut the airplanes. There it is. And again, we're going to edge this, and we're going to edge it with the blue again, because we're still going on top of the white there, so. And I'm going to put little ellipses, dot, dot, dots, dot, dot, dot. Okay, so here, and these have to go flat because that flap's going to go over it. So here we're going to put this here. We don't really have a choice because we want the card to be able to close. It's got to be flat. We'll put this right here, and we're going to put that right there. Actually, I could make it so it was like it was carrying that. I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm going to use glue on this one. There's my little glue. Hi, Julie. Okay, Just a little bit of glue here and there. And I could, there's a little thing that you can hook to that, so I could put that out. I could have put that out further, made it look like it was just pulling that sign, but we're not going to worry about it right now. On the inside, I am going to stamp the metal parts of the airplane in gray. Actually, I better stamp the happy birthday first so I know where to stamp the other parts. So we're going to put happy birthday in Night of Navy in the middle, like so. And then we're going to use the basic gray to stamp the metal rivets around the outside. And let's do it this way. I actually probably could have done it all the way across it and then stamped it right over, stamped happy birthday right over it. That's okay. Let's see here. I don't want it to stamp off onto the DSP, so I'm going to put this here. That's better. And we're going to put this like so. There. And then one more on the bottom, and I do still, you can still write right over it. Yes, Beth, that's exactly what I was saying. I could have made it look like the plane was pulling the banner. They actually have a die that cuts out the piece that goes on it. And if I wasn't rushing, I could have done that with the little toe thing. I could have put it on there, and I could have hooked this to the back there. And I still can. I can just fold it over in the middle or cut it off in the middle. Or just, let me just do something real quick here. I need a piece of basic gray right there. I'll just cut off a little end here. Make everybody happy. We'll do it just like this. Clean my happy birthday stamp before I forget. And my metal and rivets. Okay. And let's get this little piece out of here. We will hook this there and tuck it underneath the end of the plane there. So, and I think, because this paper is fairly shiny, I will probably be able to pull that up without hurting it. Oh, kinda. Put that there. Put this here. Put this on it. And there you go. Oops. Get back on there the way you're supposed to be. There we go. There, the plane is flying, or is pulling it. There you go. So, we have You're the Best, Plain and Simple. Flying by to say hi. No, flying by to say happy birthday. And you could put your message here. You put your message here. Whatever you wanted. You could put a piece of red right here if you wanted to. And back here if you wanted to. So that is that. Just a few more days until demonstrators get the new mini catalog, or can order from the new mini catalog. About a week, actually, about 7, well, the 6th we can. And that's also, as I said, that's also when the Designer Series paper is going on sale. I don't have a lot to tell you about that. I will post that as soon as I have more to tell you about it. I have to go and look it up and read about it, but I will be posting something about that later tonight. So, okay, So here's the 2 cards. I'm getting really fast at this, aren't I? And as I said, it is called a 2-fold side flip-flap card. 2 folds, 1 and 2. And they're both on the sides. And you're flipping the flaps open and closed. So it even could be flying by to say, hi, say, you're the best, plain and simple, happy birthday. So it could be either way. I happen to prefer it the way Aaron Reed did it. I got this from Aaron Reed. So, and then this could be, you're the best, thinking of you today and every day, wishing you the happiest birthday. But I really like it like that. I like how all the papers, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like you have 7 layers there. So I really like that. Okay. All right, let me see. What else do I have to tell you? I'm going to be starting on samples for the my Christmas in September event. And I will be hopefully have a few of them made before my card class this weekend. So some of you who attend my card workshops will be able to see a couple of samples for the September card class. And I could probably post them here too, because I can't show the catalog or anything, but I can certainly show you projects I've made from things from the catalog. So I might just post them on here too as I get them made. I believe I showed you all one thing I forgot, I was going to put these on. Let's put a couple of these on here. And then I lost my train of thought on the other thing I was going to tell you. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's see. We got little bitty ones here. Just going to put them here and there. And we'll put one here. And we will put a bigger one here. Okay, I could even put one there. But I like it like that. That's good. I only like to do even numbers or odd numbers when it comes to bling. I feel like it should always be an odd number. So, does that look clear to you guys? Because it looks blurry on my computer screen, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. So, okay. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I think I already showed you the cards and projects for this weekend on here. Let me know now if you'd like me to show them again so you can see what we're doing this weekend. I won't waste your time if you don't want me to show them again, but I will show them if you want me to. So just let me know. And then I think I will go have some dinner. And then I will get back to work on some things out here, in here. And I will be back next week. Clear. Okay, thanks, Cheryl. Good. I'm glad it's clear. Okay. All right. So I guess that will be it for today. Again, not quite a half. Well, actually, it was even way less than a half an hour because I started almost 5 minutes late. But that's what I aim to do, because I know that when somebody has an hour-long video, I have a hard time being able to watch the whole thing. I usually put it on double speed and watch it faster and then slow it down if there's something I want to look at or learn how to do. But so I try to make it short so you guys aren't spending all night trying to watch this when you have other things to do, because I know I always have other things to do. So, okay, gang, thank you so much for watching. I will be back next week. I will see many of you this weekend. One of Doug's friends just buzzed our house in his airplane. Speaking of airplanes, have a wonderful weekend. Happy stamping. And I will see a lot of you this weekend, see others next week. Bye-bye.